Okay, so to date we have done, some error checking in our programs using if statements, probably the most recent example. If it can't find our input file, then, we display an error message and end the program. So what we're going to talk a little bit about here is what's called exception handling. An exception is a value or object that indicates that an error has occurred in the program. So when this error occurs, the program has to either end or jump to some code that can handle that exception or that error. And the code for handling an exception is called an exception handler. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at using a try-catch statement to handle these exceptions. Kind of similar to an if statement, but a try-catch is really designed just for handling errors. So we'll see some new keywords or reserve words in C++, the first being throw, and this will be followed by some argument that will be used to signal the exception. There's a try block, so after the reserve word try, we'll see curly braces, and that is the code that's used to throw the exception if an error occurs. And then there's a catch block, and the catch block, right, reserve word catch has curly braces after it, processes the exception that gets thrown, and it does something with it. Okay, so a throw statement might look like this, like throw a string, like emergency, or throw an integer. A lot of times it's string because it's error messages. And then a catch statement, right, will take that string that gets thrown and do something with it. In this case, it will display it. Okay, here's an example of if you were to throw an integer, this catch statement would catch the integer and then display error and maybe display the value after it. Okay, so we're going to put these together, a try statement, and inside of this try block is where we'll have a throw statement if an error occurs, and then we'll go into our catch statement. And again, you can have parameters in here. They can be different data types. In this case, we would have to throw a character for it to go into this catch statement. The catch block is similar to that of a function, so if it passes something in, it can then use it. So we're going to look at an example of exception handling. Okay, let me go right here and I'll show you this example. So here's a main program. Here's my try block. I declare a double X. I ask the user to enter a number. They read it in. If X is less than 0, it will throw a string that says bad argument. And what happens, let's say X gets entered here as, -2. -2 less than 0 is true. So what will happen is it'll throw this string down into this exception and it'll see out bad argument. If X is, let's say it's 5, this is false, it'll bypass this and it'll just say the square root of 5 is, okay, I guess I should use 4. Whatever the square root of 5 is, we'll display there. All right, so there's a simple example of using a try-catch statement to handle errors. And in the next example, I'll show you a sample program.